My phone was at 16%, so I'm keeping this stream going by the grace of a portable charger. And yeah, it's gonna have to do. This is the last part, and it should only take one live stream. Again, this will be in a series where you guys are able to see all this. Gotta wipe this stuff off. That is the only solution of what I will be putting on this guitar. And it's my own breath. Because I breathe life into this guitar. I am its creator. Just a little bit there. Get that spot. Perfect. Now let's get here, get all this dust. Wipe off the body. Okay. Nut is in place. Good. Now we're gonna put on our strings. So I have a regular slinky. These are my go-tos, and they have been for many years. Thank you, Ernie Ball, for being great in quality and great in price. Because honestly, I don't mind changing my strings every month or so, every 2 months, 3 months, depending on how much I play them. Because it's $5 a pack. It's like $5 or $6 a pack. So, okay, E string. I'm just gonna get all the strings in first. And then we're gonna condition the fretboard. That's the other thing I have to do. Oopsie. Oh, where do you think you're going? Nowhere, I tell you. You've got nothing in your life going on. I like these little bullet ends they do here. Okay. All right. Place her over here. Okay. They should not tangle. Keyword should not. Because there's no crooked ends, no kinks in them. Yo, I gotta get better at this shit, because why? Why is it this hard? Okay. Thank you. Gracias. Muchas gracias. Okay. And if it sounds good unplugged, is my sort of philosophy. If it sounds good unplugged, it's gonna sound just how you would expect it to sound in the amp. So it just needs to sound good and not have much buzz going on. Oh, I know what that was from. That was when I put eye inlays on here. This was an eye inlay, and that's why there's a spot here. I keep forgetting that. It's the lore of this guitar. It's got crazy lore. You know, I was telling somebody at my school about my TBI, and it was somebody who didn't previously know what that scar was on the side of my head, and they told me at one point when I was telling them about the court cases, they're like, "All right, you need to stop. That's too much lore." And I'm like, "Okay, bro." I started laughing. It was pretty funny. I guess bro just couldn't take it. Couldn't take that Dango Torres lore, bro. It's too much. It's emotional, powerful, moving. It's Dango Torres. Okay. Some of these strings are falling out. I want to make sure they're not at some point. Okay. All right. They're all sitting nice and straight over the thing here. I usually don't string guitars this way, but okay, can I resume this? Is this the same thing? Because the stream was interrupted and it didn't give me that offering the last time. I'm very mad with this YouTube break reminder. I have to turn it off. Because I don't use YouTube that much. I'm disciplined now where I don't need a break reminder. Now we're putting lemon oil on the fretboard. So this cloth I've been using for the past couple years. And you just put a drop first fret. Okay, you want to make sure that doesn't fall off. And you know, let's just take it as far as they'll go. Because at the end of the day, it's not going to hurt anybody. And I should probably have a spot here that I use. I don't though, so I'm gonna have to probably put more on, you know. See how it's getting all yellow and getting all seasoned up? It's how we want it. Want to put some more on when I need it? I'll actually just drip some onto the cloth. I'll go this way. See that? That works a lot better. Now here's my spot. I can actually see it because it's a very evident spot. We're just gonna keep going. I don't know why it likes to interrupt my stream. Seriously, YouTube Live has a lot of problems. Okay, that's enough. That's all we need to do. There's the cap, the cloth. I'll put it right here. Close it. Like so. Set it up right, because this stuff could leak out. You never know. Now we're going to string this baby up. So, what I'm going to do, actually, let me just... Could. So what you do with these locking tuners, and I'll show you guys how this, because this is a very interesting way of stringing guitars. So you hold it back with as much tension as you can, make it straight, and then what you're gonna do, you're gonna lock that in. So it can't anymore. Now that's got tension on it. I'm gonna take my trusty cutters, and I'm gonna. Oh, forgot these don't cut off all the way. I'm gonna leave a little bit of string there for each one because it's a purposeful thing, and in case we need any more extra, especially for those higher strings, use these ones instead. These ones work better. Okay, well that just went somewhere. Now the A string. This is a lot faster. I might actually just start restringing like this now. This is a lot more efficient in my opinion. Okay, we're gonna have to hold this one down. It looks like. Yeah, so what I mean by that is like it just doesn't want to stay in place. I don't understand why it like falls out of the slot. We're gonna tune these all up to pitch one at a time. See, I thought I was reaching for a string, but really the strings are over here. My glasses are gonna smear on them. Hold on. All right, a little bit better. I think it's on the other side too, but besides the point for right now, we are restringing this guitar. This should be the final stream. I'm not going to promise anything, but it doesn't look like we have much else to do. All right. Yeah, and so again, this A string just likes to. I think I might actually need a little more tension here. Yes, this is just not going to stay, so I'm going to. Get my cutters. Okay. G string, this is where we're going to leave some more room. I do have to feed it under the string tree here that I sloppily placed on the guitar, probably millimeters off. I should have put the D string under here. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do. That's what it's here for. All right, and then this goes under here. First, it has to go through here so I can get it locked in place. These ones, you got to be a bit more careful with how tight you screw them because you could actually just snap the string entirely, especially on the B and E strings, which is what we're about to do. Right. This actually might be a bit of an easier job. I might not have to do what I said I was going to do. Oh, see, doing that just added tension to it. Okay. So there's one string tree I did relatively right. It was this one. Alrighty. That's as far as it's going to go. I'm going to need some extra strength for these ones. Because I don't really care about getting poked. I'm not going to be reaching up there anyways. Besides when I'm tuning it. When I'm tuning it. Oh. It'll look pretty nice. Well, then again, it should be held down. All right. Okay, we're going to tune this up to pitch. Or just, I guess, tune them relatively. I'm going to take this tuner off. This is going to go right here. You see we got the Snark 2 charging edition. All right, where's my winder? I had it here. And now it's gone. This is what happens when you have a crowded table. There it is. It's my Dunlop winder. Okay. But this one just made. I just needed to be relatively in pitch, not, you know, entirely. Fuck! It popped. Shit. All right, so I saw this was going to happen. And this happens a lot with the E string. But I think we have just enough length to make it through. This is why I was thinking about switching to a heavier gauge. These are little gauge problems. I see. Now, I might just have to go run upstairs and be back in like a minute and a half while I grab a pack of Ernie balls. Um, but I hope I don't. So this should work. Because it's already, yeah, this is like, I think it just like slipped out of the slot is what happened. Because if it popped, I would see the part of the string hanging out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my usual strategy with the high E string, and I'm going to lace it through. There goes my key. the locking tuner. I'm gonna set that right there. I'm gonna set that through like so. If I can orient it the right way. See, this is where the pain comes in. This is where most luthiers quit. I'm gonna have to try and line this up as best as I can. But wait, there's a hack. Yeah, use the tuning pegs to your advantage because they are there to help you, not to hurt you. It's the string that wants to hurt you. You gotta control that demon. So that's what these strings are, just 6 little demons that drive dreams and drive fears. Alrighty. Okay. Okay. We have that. We have that. We need this. I have 2 hands. So, what the fuck just happened? Okay. Please stay right there. I'm gonna need to screw this back in. Otherwise, it's gonna be a bunch of bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. Oh my goodness, that's surgical precision. That was some surgical ass precision right there. Now I'm gonna tie up and over. And now, even without the locking mechanism in place, this fucking thing ain't going anywhere. Would you look at that? Okay. Just this, and we will be done. Winder. Winder, but don't let her pop. It's gonna pop a few times. It's best to just. Okay, that's normal. That's okay. Might pop again. Did it just pop out of the string entirely? I'm a little confused. I think it did. Fuck. Yo, okay. We might have to get a new E-string. I'll be right back. I'm throwing this fucker in the trash. And anything, I might actually just use an 11. I don't know. 11, 11. All right, so this is trash because it's defective. I'll be right back. You stay there. This is warfare. Because the high E strings don't like me. I have 12 of them. So this is war. These extra strings are just going to go back in the case. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I want to use an 11. Um, I've used 11s before. They're actually very nice. I don't have 11s. That's the problem. I have 13s. That's what we're definitely using a 10. Okay. Gonna string her up all nice. We're gonna give lots of extra string room. A lot. And I mean a shit ton. We're actually gonna tune it up to pitch before we do anything. So, um, yeah. Now that's the wrap. That's the method right there. I'll pick it up in a minute. Okay, another thing you want to do is you want to guide the string through the points where it could get stuck because you want a smooth tuning experience. And we don't want a repeat of what just happened a second ago. These are going to be left on YouTube, by the way, for reference. That was the problem. Now, let me see. A little bit of fret buzz is okay. Hmm. Might have to spot level that. Um, It might just be the string. It does that sometimes. Also, the floating bridge has something to do with that. It's a lot higher than I need it to be. So that's where we come in with the nut slot filing. And we are definitely we're gonna measure the action here first. First of all, let's just see. So where are my notes? Okay, they're right here. So I have on this paper, I have reference point 0.50 at 12th fret with 6th fret down. So where are we at? We are at this way. We're at 0.6. So this needs to go down a little bit. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna lower this down just a tad bit. And we're not gonna really be using these frets, so I don't care about those. I need to remember that. Okay, because I'm freaking out too much. Let's let's see. I want it to be about the same for every single one. So I'm gonna hold down the 6th fret, we're gonna measure the 12th fret, and we're currently sitting at 0.5. Now that's something that's gonna be fine with the bridge, but I do want to lower this a little bit. Reason being, I'm gonna lower the nut slot too. That's the other thing. And so with this D string, actually, did I measure that correctly? Yeah, it's way lower than I need it. Okay, we're gonna raise that up a little bit. Okay, D string at the 12th fret with 6th fret held down. We're at 0.4. We're gonna keep that right where it's at. I think the lower strings can have a little more give. This one's at 0.15. That's fine. Here, 0.2. Here, 0.18. Okay, so these are all good. This height is fine for now. Let's actually just get the nut slots filed. Because this is the last major thing we need to do. Let's start with the E string. Let's measure the action, 6th fret, so we can see how much we need to file. Hold 6th fret down, it needs to be 0.5. It is actually lower, but I would like. We're going to file it down a little bit because I want the string to be in there more securely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the tension on it. I'm going to hold it over like this, and I'm just going to very gently so go on a downward motion like such. I could use a little bit more at this front end. Again, you want to be really careful when you're doing this because this changes the way your guitar plays. Okay. I mean, the E string technically is fine where it's at, but you just want to be sure. Okay, so 46. This is 13. This is 36. This is the main one. So Yeah, and that ain't going nowhere. Okay. Okay. Now let me actually play this thing with the A string because that was the only problem I think I actually had. Still falls out. Okay, we're gonna have to do a little bit more here. File straight down. Something's wrong here. Let me I think I might have to just file this down a little bit. Still tuned. No more. We need to do more. We need to do more. Again, if this is fine, but we need to just make sure that we're not taking too much. Most importantly, because it's better to always have something else to remove. This guitar is falling off. I do not want to let my child fall. Still a little bit more. Okay, which side? Starting to wonder if there's actually a file on here. Oh yeah, wait. No, can we not? Thank you. So I'm starting to think that it might just be this thing's gonna fall off if I keep playing with it like that. Let's see. I need to loosen that tension. Move it over here so it's somehow easier to manage. We solved it. Good. Alrighty. Next one. D string, I think. Yes. This is very good. This is very successful. This is the last phase of setup before intonation. I'm not going to do too much here, but there's not quite enough space in here, if you know what I mean, for this. I want this thing to be comfortably in there. But I think this nut was cut for like 8 gauge or 9 gauge strings, so it's obviously going to have some sort of problem. I think that's all we need. Yeah, it's in there. That's all I need. I don't need it to be really low. We'll look at the saddles again afterwards. I don't like that noise. Good. Okay, 17, 13, 10 are the only ones left. Okay. And by the way, these files I got on Amazon for like $8. It's literally just a file that tells you the gauge of the string that it's good for. G string probably can only use a little bit. I don't want to put it down too low, because again, that's not the smartest idea. But I do want to instill that curve, that slope down, which is going to keep it in the string pocket. That might have been our biggest concern with the A string, and I may not have known that. That's okay. Okay. The B string, maybe a little bit. I do want it to be sort of flush here, and again, the big focal point is making that slope down. And I don't care if it bites into the wood, because that's what it's done for every string here. But that's okay. We don't mind that. And so it's actually just in there now. So that's good. One more thing I have to do. Last string. Very careful with this file. I'm hearing that from the nut. Let's correct that real quick. Where's that 26? That's 36. 13, 26. Just need that line to be cut. Slope a bit more. One more thing we're gonna do. Now we're done. Let me actually just organize these back in their order. Okay. That off my guitar before it scratches it. Okay. I'm gonna start putting stuff away while I'm doing this, as a matter of fact. But let's check the action now. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, bloody perfect. It's at 0.5. It's at 0.5 across the chart. I don't think I need to do anything with these saddles. I don't think I do. Uh, Still didn't fix that problem. All right, we're going back to the A string because I want that out of the way. And you know what they say, you got to work hard at something to get it done. If it's truly something you want. This thing, it's almost like it's like not filing. I don't know if that's just me. But this needs to be in the string. Or the string needs to be in the nut. Not on it. See, now it's still on it, which is my problem here. I might have to file it a bit wider. And I really don't want to have to, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Okay, that looks better. That looks a lot better. Maybe a saddle raise, very slight. Where's my Allen wrench? I just had it a second ago. It could have fallen down somewhere. I have a billion others. I'm fine. Okay. This one's too small. Yeah, I need that exact Allen wrench, and I don't know where it is. Let's look on the ground. We're looking on the ground together. Nowhere to be found. Perfect. It's either in here, on this table somewhere. It's in plain sight. That's where it's in. Okay. So I'm going to raise that by that much. And our action is reading at 0.1 and 0.5. No, 0.6. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Okay. We're almost done. Now we just got to intonate. This is where the tuner comes into play. This is where it would be nice to have a screwdriver. We have some, thank goodness. We have lots in this garage. Looking for one specific. This one will do just fine. We got a little Phillips head right here. So we're gonna do, tune up to pitch, play the 12th fret. I can tell that needs to be raised by a little bit, actually. Let's try that again. Yeah, I think it'll have to be more with the others, I think. Okay, so we need to make the string longer. That's what that does. That's good. Until it's a little flat, make that string a little longer. Good. Way too flat. That needs to be made longer. 3, 4. This tuner's going crazy. My finger that makes that noise. A little bit more. That's a pretty big fucking difference between a C and a C sharp now, is there? Play those two together, you get hell. Alright. As good as I'm gonna get it. Okay, this string needs to be made shorter. That's good. That's the nut. You got that? Is that a? Since it's like a sitar. Oh, I think I might have gone too low. Let me just raise. Yeah, no, this is definitely way too low. What the hell? My goodness. The difference in the height right here is insane. Now, I like to have my guitars have a sort of slope action where it goes up as you go towards the bridge. That's just my preference. And it emulates like an arch top or like an acoustic almost, especially with these flat top guitars. You're gonna want it. Ugh. I guess it's fine at the high E strings that high. There's something in the nut. Okay. This one. Okay, I think I might have done too much, but I'm gonna try and compensate by doing that. Actually worked. Did not expect that to work. I expected to just fuck up my guitar right there. I take those kinds of risks, so you guys don't have to. Okay, this one is going to be higher than a lot of the strings are. Oh, there we go. First drop of this Allen wrench. Now let me look, because it is significantly higher. Oh my goodness. Because this is higher, it's going to be easy to grab lower strings. I like that. I actually like that one. Now let's intonate this son of a burp. It has that noise a little bit, but a little bit's fine. I've dealt with that before. String needs to be made shorter. Needs to be made shorter than that. That's as good as we're going to get it. I think that's actually almost perfect. There we go. Thank you for the one person who liked this live stream. You are amazing. I love you. Um, let's throw out some stuff because we got to do some housekeeping before I actually just get up out of this place. Okay, so moral of the story. Actually, I'm keeping this. Why would I crumble this up? I'm very stupid. Moral of the story is don't take too much off of your nut or you'll screw it up. Because I almost did that with mine, but I saved it with some other techniques. This is the shit they don't teach you in school. Keeping this in my pocket. Very safe and sound. Right here. This has been Smokey Setup. I'm actually going to end the live stream here, and I will make a video about this most likely. I mean, the action's so much lower on this now. Like it's like a completely different guitar. I'm gonna have to wear in the strings a bit. Um, that'll be my job. You guys don't need to watch me do that because that's very painful and it hurts the ears. But you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you for all of you who tuned in. And if you're watching this after it was live, thank you very much. If you enjoyed this or found this helpful, leave a like, a subscribe. Anything helps. My name is Dango Torres, D'Angelo Torres, whatever you know me as in the real world. I will see you guys later.